Hello, everyone. My name is Tiffany Rice, and I am here, part of the Child Development Coalition. Um, this is our childhood development workshop, and today we would like to focus on some parenting tips. We know that every parent wants the absolute best for their child, and we know that if parents really put themselves as the foundation of their child's learning, that their child will have so much more success in their futures. They will learn and grow and learn to put their trust in you and know that you are there as really their hero, their model. So we will be going over several tips for different age categories, as well as some of those milestones, things that parents need to implement with their children. But first, we have a little introduction. So the first 5 years are the most important in a child's overall development. As you can see here, there are different areas of that overall development. There's emotional, cognitive, physical, as well as social development. Every area is so important for a child's overall success. And also, 200 million children don't reach their developmental potential in the first 5 years of life for three very, very important reasons. It could be they live in poverty, they have poor health services, or a lack of nutrition and psychological care. And that statistic alone really hit me. It shows the importance of parents' education and child development. We are, as parents, the main teachers for our children. We're the ones that spend the most time with them each day. So it is so important that we don't just put that responsibility on teachers and pediatricians and doctors, but that we ourselves hold that responsibility. So here are some potential parenting worries. 4 out of 10 parents have concern about their child's overall growth and development. It is normal as parents to worry, to have concerns. We want the best for our children. Also, 1/3 of parents who had concerns and questions didn't discuss them with their child's healthcare provider. And this is, as you can see, 1 out of 3. It is very common. A lot of parents, like I said before, we want what's best for our children. We're going to have many questions. We aren't perfectly knowledgeable in child development. And so, if you have those concerns, please feel open to talking to your child's pediatrician or healthcare provider. That is what they are there for. They are there to help you, to guide you through this journey. You don't have to do it alone. We have many people who can help answer those questions and concerns. Also, parents who communicated child's developmental concerns were 4 times more likely to be enrolled in early intervention. This is another reason why it is so important to share our concerns with them. We can find if there is an issue or problem that we find further along, then we can be able to help our child receive the services or help they need earlier on rather than later on. So this is something that we really should be aware of. It is good to be aware of childhood milestones. You are here today to start receiving that education on those childhood milestones and what you should be looking out for with your children. Having appropriate expectations. Remember that every child develops differently. So do not compare. This is so, so important. Focus on what your child is doing and not what they should be doing at that age or what they can't do. Reinforce the positives. Also, creating a family environment, an atmosphere of happiness, love, and understanding. This is what our children need. Also, we as parents can create a safe physical environment, monitoring their activities, making sure we are supervising their behaviors, fostering their social, emotional, and cognitive competencies. Really, what our children need is our quality time. They need time with us. They need time to build that relationship with their parents. So here are some of those positive parenting tips specifically for infants. These points were found on the CDC website specifically for child development. So we need to talk to our baby. Communication is absolutely key. This is how they're going to start developing their vocabulary, and hearing us speak will help further that along. Answering when your baby makes sounds by repeating the sounds and adding words, starting that back and forth communication, reading to your baby, singing to your baby, and playing music. They absolutely love it. Uh, praise your body and give lots of loving attention. Spending time cuddling, holding your baby, they love that affection. And taking care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally. That is something I can definitely say as a new mother. As we take care of ourselves, we'll feel that much more confident um, in our parenting skills. It can be emotionally draining, physically draining, and mentally draining. But as we take care of ourselves, we will be able to provide the best support and love for our children. Now, here are some specifically for toddlers around ages 1 to 2. Also, reading to them daily, playing matching games to stimulate their brain, their mind, encouraging them to try new things, to explore. That's what children do. They are so curious. And they need the opportunities to be able to put forth that curiosity. When unwanted behavior is performed, instead of saying no, tell or show what should be done instead of that wrong behavior. Focus on what you want them to do, the positive, the good behavior. Giving attention for positive behaviors and limiting attention for wrong behaviors, which can be basically ignoring those wrong behaviors. Talking with your child always, and pretend play, and teaching simple songs are such great ideas for parenting to build that relationship with your child. And lastly, because we're staying in that range of the 0 to 5-year-olds, here are some parenting tips for preschoolers. Always read with your child. Allow them to help around the house. Give them responsibility. That is how they learn. They need to learn also the important key of work. Encouraging peer play, being clear and consistent when disciplining, explaining and showing behavior, what you expect as a parent, speaking complete sentences and using grown-up words will help increase their vocabulary and grammar, helping child through steps to solve problems, and giving limited number of simple choices. So here is a brief little example of what the childhood developmental milestone checklist looks like. You have your what most babies do by their specific age. This is the example for 2 months. You can see there are a few different milestones for each of the social and emotional, language communication, cognitive, and movement physical developmental areas. And really just remember that you know your child best. If you have any concerns, please share those with your healthcare provider. And then on the other side, it shows what you can do for your child to show them that support in this journey of their lives. As we conclude this workshop, feel free to ask any questions that you have. Here are also some extra resources that we would love you to go ahead and to look at, research. There are some great articles and just a lot of information on childhood development, a lot of stories of parents and what they've gone through as they have gone through this journey. And we know that you will be able to find lots of information, useful information. Thank you all for coming to and attending this workshop, and we hope that this was very beneficial for you in your future with your children.